Alright, we're back with part 2 of the Raw review. So, the next matchup we got JBL versus HBK, and originally was supposed to be the winner faces The Undertaker at WrestleMania, but they decided to do a little twist with it, and it's going to be whoever wins this matchup is going to fight Vladimir Kozlov from SmackDown next week, and then they're going to fight him on Raw next week. You know, he's from SmackDown, and the winner of that gets to fight The Undertaker. So JBL and Shawn Michaels have their matchup. But it was a good matchup. Shawn Michaels wins with the sweet chin music, and then Kozlov comes out and doing his whole ready to attack like a missile, and then Shawn Michaels is he just stares him down. He's like, we're gonna get into a fight. Fuck it. So he slaps him, and then Kozlov's like, bam, spine buster. Takes him out. So, more impressive than Kozlov's little weak headbutt move, but yeah. Oh, and today's show is brought to you by Sprite. Well, it's brought to you by the fact that I'm doing the show and Sprite, so yeah. So, yeah, next week we'll get Shawn Michaels versus Kozlov. Hopefully Kozlov can put on a good match with Shawn Michaels. Well, I'm sure Shawn Michaels could carry him. Shawn Michaels could wrestle this backpack next to me on the side here and have a good match. So the next match we have is Jamie Noble versus Mike Knox. Well, Noble again's like, I'm going to last longer than, I'm going to get Money in the Bank and last longer than I did last week. So he fights Mike Knox, and he loses to Knox in 29 seconds. Mike Knox wins with the School of Hard Knocks, the move I made up. If WWE takes that move, credit me for coming up with that name of that move. But yeah, his finisher, the School of Hard Knocks, as I call it. So then next, they announced Ricky Steamboat getting inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Steamboat, because he is one of the best wrestlers ever. He could again, he's another guy that could wrestle my backpack and have a great match. So, and then speaking of Steamboat, next they have an interview with Steamboat. So Michael Cole's interviewing him. Steamboat comes out to Ultimo Dragon's old theme music from WWE, and Steamboat's just basically thanking the fans. Talking about some highlights of his career. Then Jericho comes out, calls Steamboat a sellout because it wasn't until he came to the WWE that he, was worth anything, blah, blah, blah. And then, Jericho calls Steamboat a hypocrite, and then Steamboat says that Jericho is the biggest hypocrite because when he came to the WWF at the time, he was against the fans. Then he embraced them. Then he turned on them. Then he embraced them. And then he said that he went he attended one of Steamboat's autograph sessions or something, and said that he was his hero, and doesn't think that he's he's obviously not his hero anymore. So Jericho's a hypocrite according to Steamboat. So then basically then the big thing that pisses off Jericho, Steamboat says that Jericho will never be like him, never be a Hall of Famer, and Jericho gets pissed off and attacks him, throws him into the entranceway steel wall structure thing, the one where the Raw signs are at, on the side. So he shoves him into that and it's like, stay down, Steamboat, stay down, Steamboat. Kicks him in the face, and yeah. So that was that. Next we have Cena coming out, and Cena was like, is he gonna fight one of Vicky's family or friends? And then Vicky's like, you're gonna fight my family, whatever. So I was like, it's gonna be Chavo Guerrero, and sure enough, it was Chavo Guerrero. And I'm like, this will be probably a 5-second squash match, and basically that's what it was. Chavo got a couple punches in, and then Cena eventually, fought him back, hits him with the FU. I'm not calling it the Attitude Adjustment; it's the FU. Then he puts him in the STFU. STF as they would just call it now. But it's FU and it's STFU, I'm not changing it. Sorry about your damn luck. So Cena wins easily. And then here's a little question I wrote during the show. How for WrestleMania, how they have the AC/DC, or they have AC/DC's sponsoring it? Let's see, what did I write down? How come War Machine by AC/DC is the official theme song when WWE constantly plays Shoot to Thrill? Yeah, why is that? If somebody could answer that for me, I'd appreciate it. You can tell it's bad that I'm doing a review for a show that like I haven't like watched in a couple of days, so I really don't know what's like going on by just going off my notes. That's my worst review ever, isn't it? So next, it's time to face the music, not the sweet chin music. Orton and Legacy come out to the ring. Orton's got a sledgehammer because like the whole night they've been showing like Todd Grisham outside backstage waiting on Triple H is waiting on his arrival. I was going to say rivalry for some reason, despite they are having a rivalry. So basically, like Orton comes out and says that he was a victim. Basically, like McMahon was talking trash about his family, and he was gonna fire Orton on the spot, and Orton flipped out and attacked him, which was true. Then he talked about how Shane McMahon came out and kept pushing him, and then Orton finally pushed back, and then how Stephanie, when they they first interacted, how she slapped the taste out of his mouth. So eventually he pushed back. Hopefully you didn't hear that burp. So then the line of the night was when Orton's like, "Yes, I hope what was it? I hope Triple H's kids can learn from their mother's mistakes." That was great. So then Triple H shows up with his sledgehammer. When he's like coming down to the ring, he looks possessed. Like if you ever watch like a zombie movie or something, how they're just like just coming closer like that. That's what he looked like. So he's coming down to the ring, all possessed or whatever. And then, but when he gets to the ring, Orton's like, let's settle this like gentlemen. He's like, you put your sledgehammer down, and I'll put my sledgehammer down. But then he's still got like, Priceless in the ring, so it's still like, unfair. So then Orton and Triple H are about to like confront each other, ready to collide, like two bulls ready to smash each other. And then Triple H pulls like a sledgehammer out of his back pocket, and like he hits Cody Rhodes with it. He chases them off, and then there's like this 5-minute like chase in the back. Basically, like there's like some doors locked back there too. It's kind of like it was kind of like a horror movie or something. It was like Orton and DiBiase were like running from Triple H, and then Triple H like chasing him with the sledgehammer, and he keeps like swinging at him and missing or whatever, and breaking mirrors and knocking trash cans over and breaking shit. And then eventually, like he's chasing him for like 5 minutes, and then like Cody Rhodes like had a car outside, and then they all jumped into the car, and then they all drove off. But before that happened, he smashed the window. So if you like things get smashed with sledgehammers, this Raw was for you. So yep. So eventually they all got away, and that was the end of the show. So overall, a very good Raw. I thought this might have been a great Raw review, but overall it was a very good Raw, and I was happy to watch it. So 2 thumbs up. Let me put my microphone down. 2 thumbs up. So I'm gonna just go on a little nursing rant here, but I'm gonna go to a. This would be a part 3 of the Raw review, but Raw is over with, so I'm going to make this a separate video, but I'm going to like connect it somehow with a fancy title. So I'm going to do this on a separate video because I'm out of time on this video. So check it out.